draft Pentagon assessment obtained by Reuters indicates that China's military modernization is moving at an unprecedented pace, raising concerns about the balance of power in the Indo-Pacific region. According to the draft, China has likely deployed more than 100 intercontinental ballistic missiles across its 3 known silo fields, a significant increase from earlier publicly acknowledged numbers. These missiles, identified as solid-fueled DF-31 ICBMs, are positioned near the Mongolian border, providing China with a rapid response capability for strategic nuclear deterrence. While the US had previously documented the existence of these silo fields, this report is one of the first to estimate the actual number of operational missiles in place. Independent analyses indicate that China's nuclear arsenal is growing at a pace unmatched by any other nuclear-armed state, prompting concerns about the future dynamics of global strategic stability. Chinese authorities dismissed the Pentagon findings, denouncing them as attempts to misrepresent Beijing's strategic intentions and undermine its international standing. In related remarks, US President Donald Trump claimed he might pursue a plan aimed at denuclearizing both China and Russia, though details of such a plan remain unclear. The draft Pentagon report suggests that China shows no indication of willingness to engage in denuclearization talks or broader arms control initiatives at this time. Pentagon said, and I quote, "We continue to see no appetite from Beijing for pursuing such measures or more comprehensive arms control discussions." Unquote. The report outlines how China is rapidly expanding its military capabilities, with a particular focus on achieving the capacity to forcibly take Taiwan by the end of 2027, should it choose to act. China continues to regard Taiwan as part of its sovereign territory and has never formally renounced the use of military force to achieve reunification. According to the Pentagon draft, Chinese planners are actively developing options for high-intensity, full-scale campaign aimed at quickly subduing Taiwan through overwhelming force if necessary. The report estimates that China's nuclear stockpile remained in the low 600s as of 2024, reflecting steady growth over the past decade. Projections indicate that China is on pace to double its nuclear arsenal to over 1,000 warheads by 2030, continuing a significant expansion trend. President Trump has expressed support for resuming US nuclear weapons testing, although the scope and format of any such initiative remain undefined. The report emerges amid growing concern about the imminent expiration of the 2010 New START Treaty, the last major arms control agreement between the US and Russia. Analysts warn that the end of the treaty could trigger an intensified nuclear competition not only between the US and Russia but also involving China, further destabilizing global security. Daryl Kimball, executive director at Arms Control Association Advocacy Group, said, and I quote, "More nuclear weapons and an absence of diplomacy will not make anyone safer, neither China, Russia, or the United States." Unquote. Chinese President Xi Jinping has simultaneously pursued an extensive anti-corruption campaign, targeting key units within the People's Liberation Army as well as state-owned defense contractors. The campaign has involved scrutiny of PLA leadership and oversight of arms manufacturers, aiming to reduce graft and consolidate centralized control over the military-industrial sector. Experts suggest that while these purges may temporarily disrupt operational readiness, they could ultimately strengthen the PLA's long-term efficiency, accountability, and organizational resilience. Financial reports indicate that revenues at several Chinese defense companies fell in the past year, largely due to delays and cancellations linked to the ongoing anti-corruption investigations. These declines occurred even as China's defense budget continued to grow and military pressures around Taiwan and the South China Sea increased, reflecting the impact of internal reforms on procurement and production.